94.9 The Urge, Haddonfield's home for rock.
I'm Willie the Kid, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Are we there yet?
We are making the turn now.
It's the last house on the left, in case you forgot.
It is the only house for miles, Dad.
Do you guys need the car today? I was thinking I could meet up with Paige.
Have fun.
Late one summer, Mary Collingwood left her parents' lake house to meet a friend in town.
I don't think we've met. I'm Paige. This is Mary. What do you feel like doing tonight? I think Justin here could be kind of cute.
6 hours later.
This is none of our business.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Oh my God!
We just can't risk it.
Oh no!
Bring her back!
She was left for dead.
Now what? I saw a house back there. We're actually pretty lucky today, seeing your house. There's only one problem.
Our daughter won't have the car back till tomorrow morning.
Mary!
Can you tell us who did this to you?
They're here.
Get you ready to do anything.
I want to hear you beg for your life.
The last house on the left.
What is this? I didn't have any rope or duct tape.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. And tonight, hey, I know if you watched last week, you might be pissed off. We were talking about watching Snow Babes. And I know Cody, who normally comes in here, he was talking about it and he had just watched it. I watched it myself, and the movie was basically hot garbage. So I've been so busy. I apologize for you guys. I didn't post a link till late about what movie we were going to watch, and I couldn't find anything. I wanted to find something that was close to 2 hours because, Doug normally comes in here first with Rick, and Doug's not going to be here, I think he said, because he's watching, what was he was watching? American Idol. So, hey, I figured I'd be nice to him and get something that was close to 2 hours so that as other people trickle in, he could come in later and we'd still have a bit of movie left. So, Rick, I saw you here already. Yes, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I'm back. I have to watch Evil Dead ranking before watch along. Awesome video. I appreciate that, man. I spent quite a bit of time on that one, as you can see. I had to record the damn thing twice because my stupid the microphone that I was using, something happened to it in the middle of the way the audio went out on me. So either way, I looked back through there. There's not a lot of movies on TUBI. There's a lot of B movie stuff on there. So most of those things last an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. So I didn't want to do two movies, even though I'm off from work tomorrow. I figured I wanted to get something as close to 2 hours. So I picked Last House on the Left. This is the 2009 version. It runs an hour and 50 minutes, rated R. Stars. Hold on a second. I'll get the cast list up. Garrett Dillahunt. I always thought his name was weird. He plays Krug. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Deadwood back in the day. I used to like that. Says he was in Dead to Me. Says he was in the Army of the Dead. I don't remember him being in that. So he must not have been too memorable. Monica Potter is in it. Tony Goldwyn. Ricky Lindholm. I don't know if you guys know her. We'll talk about the cast as we go. This movie's got a lot of people in it that are pretty good. Aaron Paul is actually in this. I forgot he was in it. And Sarah Paxton. And I always thought she was hot. So she's in another movie that I really want to watch on this channel. Maybe we'll talk about that while we're watching it. So I'm making a sequel to my fan-made adult animated horror thriller. Starry will come out January 2024. I'm making others like The Single Birthday Massacre, The Escape Room Christmas horror film. I think I asked you before your film Starry. You asked it. I want to see it. I didn't catch where it's available to watch. Is it going to be available on YouTube? If it is, let us know in the comments where we can watch it, and then maybe I'll watch it and talk about it on the channel. Is it going to be on Tubi? Is it going to be on YouTube? Is it going to be on a streaming service? A website of yours? Where is it going to be? Put it in the comments. Or you can wait to the video post and you can put the comments down below after that. I liked that a couple of you guys chimed in on my Evil Dead. You said you loved the TV series. If it wasn't for the series, would have never watched the movies, is what Rick posted under there. And I'll look back through, and people have got obviously going to have a different ranking than mine. But either way, I'll give it a few minutes and we'll start the movie. I got to hook my earbuds up. So anybody that's here, chime in. Let me know. Did you watch my Evil Dead ranking video? And if you did, how'd you like it? I just want to make sure it didn't say in that comment. Yeah, it didn't where it's at. So I don't want to have the audio playing while I'm doing this. Sorry, I'm a little bit unprepared. I mean, I've had a busy weekend. It was my mother's birthday. I had a yard sale. I was telling Cody, I mean, I made pretty decent bang for my buck on that yard sale. And then today is my son's birthday, and he turned 21. So we were out and about doing some shopping today. He made a run by the ABC store here, and he bought me this Midnight Moon. Has anybody ever had that? 35% alcohol by volume, 70 proof. This is watermelon moonshine. So I'm going to have a little watermelon moonshine while we're watching this movie. So, all right, let me get my Tubi going. If anybody else wants to watch along, I'll do the countdown like I always do for Doug. Let me get it going. It's probably going to play up an ad at the beginning. So I got an Arby's ad playing on there. So let me get this thing going here. Yep. Got it in my ear. I got 2 ads playing for me. So I'm going to talk a minute. So did anybody go see Fast X? If you come into this later or you watch it later, let me know in the comments down below, because I've heard some bad things about Fast X because of everything going on. I obviously didn't get a chance to go see it this weekend. I do have a free ticket through Xfinity where if you buy one, you get one free. So I was considering going to see it just because it's free. And I posted a thing about the spoiler of The Rock being in it. And I've also heard there's another couple of characters from the previous movies that show up in it. So if anybody's seen Fast X, other than my buddy Peter Anthony posted his review, said it was 5 out of 10, said it was pretty much lame, said wait for streaming. So I want to wait for this thing to get going before I drink some of this moonshine here. I'm assuming you can drink liquor on live streams. I don't know, but all right, I got the movie keyed up, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I figured I'd wait to about 10 after, because in that way it'll go off. Anyway, if Doug comes in right at 11 o'clock, it'll give him about an hour of what's left in the movie. So I want to talk about this cast a little bit once we get going, because I think that's one of the things I fail to do a lot when we watch these watch alongs, is actually watch it and talk about the movie. We get to rambling about other stuff, but this has got some good actors in it. And there's a couple movies I want to recommend that those people are in that we can talk about. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get it started. So, hey, I'm going to give you the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If anybody wants to watch Last House on the Left, 2009 with this, it's on Tubi, and I'm starting it right now. Make sure my earbuds are working. Yep, I got it going on. So let me, while we get this thing started, I know it takes a little bit. Let's look back at that cast list again. Let me do my search for it. So obviously the Monica Potter, to me, is a pretty underrated actress. I really like her. I think she's pretty hot, but I don't know if you remember, she was in the original Saw movie. She played Dr. Gordon's wife. She was also in another movie that I like. It's pretty underrated. Along Came a Spider. It's got Morgan Freeman in it. So she plays the mother in this movie. Those are two movies that I like that she's in. I know she's been in a lot of other stuff long before that, but I pretty much recommend watching those. I think, didn't she play Cameron Poe's wife in Con Air? So she always plays the wife. I guess you could call her a MILF. She's pretty hot stuff. So I forget how this movie even opens. It's so different. Everything leading up to the infamous attack scene is so different in the original movie than this movie, because you got some of the hokiest ass music playing in that 70s version. And obviously it's pretty cheesy leading up to the incident. I'm not going to use the R word because I don't know how YouTube reacts to that. Hey guys, what's up? My internet is down, but I'm here to chat. What's going on, Scott? I hope you're feeling better, man. It's I really appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you're doing good. We miss talking to you. Oh, I forget. Yeah, this one that opens with the convict escaping. Doesn't he complains something about he's got to take a piss, I think. So let's go back to the cast. I was talking about Monica Potter. This good goober right here, this cop is talking, is Michael Bowen. He's a pretty good character actor. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. If you remember, the most famous thing that I remember him from is Kill Bill Volume 1. Does anybody remember what role he played in Kill Bill Volume 1? He was, my name is Buck, and I like to fuck. You remember him? He had the pussy wagon. He was also in Jackie Brown, and I don't remember what role he played in that, but I do remember he was in Walking Tall with The Rock as well. So he was the sheriff in there. So he's a pretty good character actor. But he does, obviously his part doesn't last long. But then you got Tony Goldwyn that's in this. Yep. Monica is 51 now. She probably still looks good, man. Rick says, hey, Scott, hope you're doing well. That movie's crazy. The shotgun up the butt was a harsh scene. The shotgun up the butt. What shotgun up the butt? That's Pulp Fiction, isn't it? There's no shotguns in the butt in Kill Bill, is it? Either way, Tony Goldwyn, I don't remember a lot that he's been in. I remember he was the asshole in Ghost. I don't remember much else he was in. I'm looking back at it. Does anybody remember? Oh, that's right. He was also the asshole boss in the Belko Experiment. I really like the Belko Experiment. That's pretty underrated too. Then obviously you got Aaron Paul. So he's obviously way more popular now than when he was in this. You know, this is around the time he had just started Breaking Bad, I think, like the year after that. He was in that shitty Need for Speed movie. The sheriff, when the girl tells him he's an ass man. What movie is that in? Oh, Cody's here. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, I was telling them when I first started that I was watching that movie we were talking about, Snow Babes. That movie was hot fucking garbage, man. There's no way I could sit here and watch that thing again. So apologies to Cody for not choosing his movie, but I couldn't subject you guys to watching Snow Babes. There was no nudity in it. How are you a movie called Snow Babes and you don't have any nudity? Rick says hi to Cody. I almost bought it before I watched it on Tubi. You bought it digitally? Is that what you're talking about? Or somebody selling a physical copy of it? Yeah, this isn't I Spit on Your Grave. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. There isn't a lot of movies with cops with guns up their butt. I should have remembered that. Yeah, that's I Spit on Your Grave, the remake. Cody says, "What's up, brother? What's up, Mr. Old School? I'm doing good. How you guys doing?" Yeah, we missed you, Scott. We love you so much. How old was Sarah Paxton back then? Should we be like talking about how good she looks, or was she too young in this? There were copies on eBay. Are you talking about Snow Babes? There is a lot of those B movies that have some redeeming value in it. That one wasn't one of it. Oh, it says there's a DVD Blu-ray in it. And you're right. When we were talking about it last week, those chicks there, if those chicks were in it and they got nude, it would be worth watching. Those chicks were not in it, and the chicks that were in it were not, I don't know, were not worthy of watching. Yup, and I'm such a Polonia fan, I almost bought it. Yeah, I've liked a lot of his cheesy stuff, man, but that movie was not good at all. What was he thinking? It had some of the worst CGI snow I've ever seen. And then it also, like I said, it had the chicks were talking about they were going to go out and have a strip snowball fight, and they got down to their like bra and panties, and that was it. I'm watching with Axe DVD with the wife called My Secret Valentine. What? Now, Cocaine Shark is something I can get into. Hey, Cody, I was telling him earlier when I first started, today's my son's birthday, so he's 21. He made a trip to the liquor store, and I got him to buy me this. Some little moonshine, watermelon moonshine. So I'm gonna open it and drink some of it. I don't know how bad it'll be. I got me something to drink, just in case. I haven't had moonshine in a while. That's a mother-daughter tag team right there. You could have we were talking about the cast. So there's a movie that I highly recommend that's got Sarah Paxton in it. It's called Cheap Thrills. Have any of you guys seen Cheap Thrills before? I love that movie. It was, I don't think it was at the theater either. I think it was nice. Surprised you guys aren't out painting the town red. Just because he turned 21 doesn't mean he hadn't already had some stuff. So let's just say it that way. He just really wanted to make it official and go to the store and buy some himself. Cheers. I'm going to have a little shot of this thing here. It's all the way to the top. It's got a nice watermelon aftertaste to it. It's oh, it is pretty strong though. Holy shit. That'll burn your nose hairs out, man. I remember the original I Spit on Your Grave. That movie was crazy. We watched I Spit on Your Grave, the original, here on a watch along. I think you were here, man. Watch out, that moonshine will creep up on you. Yeah, I know, man. That shit. Whew. I don't want to light a match next to me. It's pretty good stuff, though. I mean, I like anything flavored because I don't like the taste of alcohol, like the aftertaste. You know, when your tongue starts getting dry. So yeah, Scott, we watched I Spit on Your Grave here. We haven't watched the remake. That's one we could possibly do. I'll put some movies up for the I guess I'll watch a movie next week. It got that NXT pay-per-view, I think. What time does that come on, Cody? Home May Shine is good. You gotta trust the people that make it. The remake is great. Yeah, I love I Spit on Your Grave. That moonshine is so strong. When I breathe, it's like I can feel it in my nose. Yeah, Night of Champions is Saturday, but it's like 1 p.m. Because it's over in Saudi Arabia. But aren't they doing NXT on Sunday? I don't know what time they're doing it though. That Night of Champions is not looking like super great. Hey Cody, have you ever seen that movie I was talking about? Have you ever seen Cheap Thrills? Yeah, I always forget too. Those Saudi shows come on during the day for us. AEW. I think there's an NXT show next Sunday too. It's probably during the day. If she's underage, man, they surely were like making this pretty sexual here with her getting dressed. Was she over 18 when this movie came out? No, I was gonna wait after I saw yours. I'm gonna probably order one next time I get paid, but with my mom's birthday, Dylan's birthday, and I did get some extra cash from a yard sale. What's up, Gator? Thoughts on American Psycho? I just rewatched for the fourth time. Still had no idea what is real or imagined, but still love it. No, I love the original American Psycho. That's one of my favorite roles with Christian Bale. I'm not a huge Christian Bale fan, but that one is really good. Stay away from the stinky ass sequel. This got me what's her name? Kunis, whatever her name is. No, but I like it too. That's one of those things. It's kind of like a Fight Club where you don't know what was reality and what wasn't. He's what they call an unreliable narrator. So I really like that concept. It's kind of like the movie High Tension, where the girl is telling you what happened and she was ended up being the killer. So everything she was talking about was from her crazy mind. So he's the same way. Actually, somebody that I know on a Facebook group just sent me the Blu-ray of Valentine's Bluff because they were involved in making it. So no, I was waiting until I got the Blu-ray and I just got it. So I'm going to watch it this week and I'll let you know what I think. The shirts are really soft. I recommend buying one from the eBay seller I sent you a pic of, half price and fast shipping. Is he part of the same group or the company and they're just selling them cheaper? He's your top 5. I wouldn't say he's top 5. He's in a lot. He's in several movies that I like, but he's not he's not my favorite Batman. I'll just let you know that. Anybody remember what this girl was famous for? Her friend here. Wasn't this girl? Was she in Superbad? I can't remember. Was she in Superbad? Yeah, I've seen The Machinist. It's pretty good. I like it. I didn't like him as John Connor in the Terminator movies. I didn't like him at all in that. I heard the new Exorcist test screening wasn't good, too long and not scary. Yeah, actually, I read an actual synopsis from somebody that was at the test screening, and it was basically if it goes along with what I read, it's pretty much going to be hot garbage, not scary at all. I was thinking about you guys. I was thinking about making a short video on that. You guys like to hear my thoughts on the new Exorcist movie? I'll put a quick video out if you wanted to hear it. What are your guys' thoughts of this Last House on the Left compared to the original? Do you like the original better than this one? Actually, there's a lot of these and I mean requels or reboots or remakes, whatever you want to call some of these, that I like better than the original because they're just well made. I don't know about this one, but like I Spit on Your Grave, I think I really do like the remake, and I like. I'm starting to like and this I know this will be blasphemy. Starting to like the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That version of Leatherface to me is outstanding. I'm almost ready to say that that's better. And same with the Evil Dead. Watch my ranking video I just put out there. I think I like the new one, the 2013 one, better than the original. Oops. Did I see Beau Was Afraid? Similar concept to American Psycho. It's a must see film, but super polarized. No, I've not seen it yet. It didn't come to the theaters around me that I saw. I like Ari Aster, so I'll probably like it. I think Hereditary is fucking amazing. That was a really spooky, scary movie. I put that on my Mother's Day list. If you saw my list of movies you should watch around Mother's Day, and I love Midsommar. I know that movie's pretty polarizing too. Most people hate that movie, but I fucking love Midsommar. I don't think so. He only had a few of those shirts since the one I got fit. I bought a Wolfpack shirt from him too. I really like that Bash at the Beach you got, man. I might have to get that one. Netflix or Jessica Biel one? Oh no, I mean I didn't mind the Netflix one, but no, I'm talking about the Jessica Biel one, man. I love that version of Leatherface in that movie, and that remake. That is fucking amazing, and I love what's his name, Emery, the guy that plays the cop. He's amazing too. What's up, dude? Did you ever go back to Best Buy and wreak havoc on them for putting that sticker, that rant video? Yeah, I know you guys obviously know that I exaggerate a lot in those videos, but they're fun making it because I feel pissed off and I can make a funny video like that and I can get the venom out. But no, I'm going back to Best Buy. There's probably something I know there's at least one thing I want to buy this week, and I'm going to take it back in there. The only problem is I did open it and I redeemed a digital code. I started watching it today and didn't finish it. It's a pretty good movie. So I'll do that. But I'm going to go in there. I might just take it in there and tell them I want to swap the slip covers and not actually take the movie back. The original is far better. I liked Grease 2 better than the original. I hate the remake. You hated the remake of Texas Chainsaw, the one with Jessica Biel? I thought that was fucking awesome. The kids are well, quote unquote kids are annoying in the original. I don't think they're quite as annoying in the. But dude, you get to see Jessica Biel walking around for half the movie in the white T-shirt that no matter how wet it gets, you never see her nipples. How about that? I think it's time for a little moonshine. Woo. Yeah, like I said, I've actually liked the Netflix Texas Chainsaw the more times I've watched it. Yeah, I think swapping the slip covers would be. I think I'm gonna just take the slip cover in and then see if I can swap it. Ever see Homebodies, early HBO classic about seniors who are losing their apartments and they decide to start killing the real estate people? No, I've never heard of that. You know, that's one of the things I love doing these. I always tell people, somebody that I work with was like, why you do those live streams? I'm like, number one, you got to get out there and get your personality out and talk to people. Number two, you don't make shit from live streams, but I love you guys recommending movies and shit to me. I like going back and skimming through these and because I don't always want to write that stuff down. But yeah, Homebodies. I don't even remember that one. I'll get it into my IMDb search. Homebodies. Can you buy that on when a group of parishioners learn that their homes are to be torn down, they take action. An attempt to discourage soon escalates into murder of the construction workers. Is anybody in here any good? I've never heard of half of those people. I recognize a couple of the faces though. That looks pretty cool. I've checked that out. Okay, when if you can buy that, the one with Clint Eastwood's son was better. Which one was that? The 3D one? Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, he played the sheriff's son. I don't know about that. It came out on Blu-ray? Well, holy shit, I'll have to check that out. No, I didn't get Puppet Shark, dude. Because I mean, right now on retail stores, it was only available on DVD. And you donate to all those Indiegogos and get the cool Blu-rays. Puppet Shark. Is it any good? Is it at least funny? This is when they're smoking the reefer up in here. If anybody didn't know what I was talking about, there's a movie that came out this week called Puppet Shark. I was joking in my video that Cody would have it, and he did. He had it. He donated to the Indiegogo. The DVD's only $13 on Amazon. I'll have to find that. Homebodies. Let me look on Amazon and look that up. My face is starting to get hot from that fucking moonshine. Is that a Kino Lorber title or something like that? I don't see it when I first do a search. I'll have to look. Did you ever watch that movie Sleepy Hollow High? Nope. It's actually in that stack right there. I've whittled down the stack of stuff I got to watch, and it's on there. Is that movie on Tubi? We should watch it here. Don't. It's basically a kid's movie. Is it? Is everybody in it Muppets? They look like Muppets. I thought it would be funny. Is it funny? Yeah, it says an all puppet cast. When two boys venture in their nearby woods on a lakeside camping trip, they soon realize they've entered the territory of a rare lake shark. Oh my God. Did you ever didn't Dolph Lundgren make a movie that was called Lake Shark or some shit like that? What about Amityville Death Toilet? Have you got Amityville Death Toilet, Cody? For God's sake, call me a plumber. Man, it's one and done for me. But you have it on Blu-ray. Amityville Death Toilet. Should we get that? I was looking to see because that was under the recommendations if you bought Puppet Shark or whatever the fucking name of that thing was. Motorboat. You ever heard of a movie called Motorboat? Evil is afloat. That's not coming. That hasn't come out yet. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there. It can be worse than House Shark. House Shark. That is pretty bad. I went into the Goodwill today and found a couple movies. They had all their orange sticker stuff 50% off, and they had most of their Blu-rays at orange stickers. So for a change, I finally got in there when they had a sale. All right, tits. We have tits. If anybody's keeping score. That chick right there, I knew before she was in this, and I didn't realize it. What's her name? Last House. That's that Ricky Lindholm. She is in that group. Give me a second, I'll find it. She was in Wednesday. Well, she's in that show with that other comedian, the girl. What's the fucking name of it? Can't find anything. God damn, that stuff's making me hot as hell. This same guy has made 4 death toilet movies. I don't do the toilet humor. I got Motorboat on Blu-ray. I knew he would have it. You had Motorboat? House Shark is gold. You guys should feud. Why is House Shark good or bad? Let's go. Put in the comments. It makes me think I can write a better script and make a movie. Let's make a movie. That's what I said. We should do one. We probably could write a better script. You could do chat that AI shit and write a better script than half of those things. Chat GPT. God, it's so fucking hot up in here. I'm drinking that moonshine. I can't stand it. I'm getting ready to sweat. Garfunkel and Oates. You ever see that comedian, the shows they did? Garfunkel and Oates. They're funny as hell. They're like that Australian group or whoever it was that was on HBO where they sing a lot of funny shit. Sent you a link through Instagram Messenger. Cool. Appreciate that, man. You rule, bruh. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram the other day. One noted I write movie scripts and could I help them with one? Good old Gator. Of course, I'll accept from Gator. Yeah, I knew it would be fucking Keno. Didn't I tell you? I'm gonna order that just from your recommendation. I'm gonna order that shit tomorrow. Said they had 10 in stock. The girl gets completely naked to take a dump and gets eaten by a shark. Well, I'm fucking buying that, dude. House shark. I've got to buy that. You had me at taking a dump and totally naked. Scotty gets better. Yeah, keep going. I want to hear more. Why is it good? They made a house squatch too. Oh God, I'm fucking burning up as it is. I'm gonna drink the rest of this moonshine. Man, that shit tastes good. What part of that was supposed to be bad? Girl gets completely naked, taking a dump, eaten by shark. Yes, yes, yes. That was a highlight of the movie. It sounds like that was a highlight of the movie. Why would it not be a highlight of the movie? See, I told you we never watched the movie when we're in here. This is, oh, he smacks that girl's head up against the sink. Ouch. The girl right there, the girl right there, the one that took her shirt off, she's blonde in that show, Garfunkel and Oates or whatever I said it was. All right, my review tonight is of Watermelon Midnight Moon Moonshine. This shit is the bomb. You need to buy that. I had HBO in the early days, so many classes you never see today. Remember? Yeah, I remember. I got fucking Humanoids from the Deep on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Dude, I'm 51 years old. I watched HBO back in the day, HBO and Skinamax. That was the way to go. I remember my dad had a huge satellite dish in the backyard, and when we lost the subscription to Cinemax, you would still watch it with the fucking scrambled picture. That people do that in movies saying that's a joke. That was real life back in the day, man. You got to feel my pain. The great Gator McCluskey sent me a message on Instagram. I feel privileged. The original when the mom bites off the guy's schlong. Is that how you spell schlong? Seems like it might be a C in there. Schlong. Schlong. How many times am I going to say schlong? Is that how you spell it? Schlong. Yeah, no, you misspelled it. I was right. I need to buy a consonant. It's SCHLONG. This movie's getting intense over here. I do think that this movie's a lot more serious toned than the original. That music kills the original. Some of that cheesy music they got in there. Talking about this last house on the left. The moonshine is kicking in. Yeah, a little bit. I'm fucking hot as hell. Since your pick of the alternate Blu-ray art from Motorboat. How many fucking Indiegogos did you sign up for? Dude, I think the original, the what they went with looks a lot better. That's what he sent me. Motorboat. Is that girl? She can really play for nipples. This is the what's on Amazon, man. I think this looks a little better. Does those when you get the Blu-rays like those Indiegogos, do they end up with special features that are not on the DVDs? I can't imagine that they're that great of a picture quality upgrade from that manufactured on demand Blu-ray. I'm all in for Poloni doing a Winnie the Pooh movie. Yeah. Well, Cody and I, if anybody wants an update, Cody and I both tomorrow or the next day should receive our Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Blu-rays finally. I have an idea for a great script. I think I will start writing and I need to get a new laptop. Yeah, I think you said that one time before, man. I want to hear it. I had everybody's been talking about it. So I had that Chat GPT write a horror movie script with me in it as the main character. I think I'm going to do a video where I read it and ask you guys if it's gonna be anything. And so just so you know, before I came on the air, I was already drinking and I was drinking some Patron. That's what we bought today. So I'll show you an old school picture. This is my son when he was like 10 years old. Check this out. If anybody want to know, my shirt says "Your face." 3 million people dislike it. It was like a funny version of Facebook. I can't find it. I'll look it up. I'm going to do a video. Would you like me to read it to you? I'm working on a top 10 HBO classics. Been tough to get it down to 10. There are movies that HBO played over and over in the 70s. I'll list a few. Yeah, list some of them because I don't think I had HBO in the 70s. I think I got it about mid 80s, like about 85, because it was a couple years before I was in high school when during the summers I would stay up real late watching HBO and Skinamax. It's called The Snowstorm. That's a cool name. It was a comment somebody mentioned. I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna just put this one back on there. Girl gets completely naked, take a dump, eaten by a shark. Is House Squatch any good? You said if there aren't a fan of micro budget movies, though, I understand why you don't like it. Yeah, Cody's kind of got me over onto the micro budget movie side, where if as long as you're having fun and you can laugh at it, it's worth the price of admission for me. Back what channel was it? The movie channel that Joe Bob was on? We used to have that as well. And that was like unfiltered, unrated Joe Bob, and they would show like the best movies. So that's why I like him with Shutter now, because he's unfiltered and he can show anything he wants on there. The stuff on TNT was watered down, man. What was you made a comment, Cody, and I can't remember what it said. I'm sure there aren't, but a lot of them are Blu-ray only for the campaign. Okay, that's what I was wondering what you said. We talking about yes. What was your comment yes about? I spent 15 minutes on Chat GPT telling it they needed to convince me that it wasn't the start of Skynet. Hey, whoever unsubscribed to my channel, if you're watching, you suck. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate all you guys watching my videos. I know I'm not everybody's taste, so views that I get is much appreciated. I got HBO free from a friend called Crazy Eddie in the 80s. He put a fork in the cable line, and we got it for about a year for free. Put a fork in it. I got some popcorn here somewhere. Hold on a second. What does that mean? You put a fork in it? Well, you spliced it? Death Race 2000. Seen that. Carradine. That's a classic. It's Alive. Was that the Coen movie? Yeah, that's a classic. I like that. Stranger in the House. Of course, Black Christmas. Big Bad Mama. Yeah, Angie Dickinson classic. Bobby Joe and the Outlaw. Wonder Woman herself. In the I think is she like slightly nude in that? Orca, basically poor man's Jaws, but one of the best Jaws classic basic remakes. Embryo, I think I remember seeing that. That title seems familiar. Roller Coaster, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember much about it. But I remember I got released on Blu-ray recently because I saw the cover. Burnt Offerings is a pretty good movie. Car Wash, obviously, with isn't that the one that's got Richard Pryor in it? House Squatch. Oh my God. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. Hit a like on the video. Yeah, you can never question anybody named Crazy fucking Eddie, man. I hope I don't regret buying Knock at the Cabin. I heard it's not good. Hey, it actually isn't that bad. I watched it. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but I think it might be a good reset movie for Shyamalan as far as the future, as people going into his other movies with the proper expectations. Yeah, you got it in the 90s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it about mid 80s or late 80s. I had it in high school when I graduated in 89, so. You got one called Mansplained. I think you told me about that one in one of our chats. Yeah, the end, because I was expecting something big to happen, and it didn't. Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Knock at the Cabin. So yeah, I've seen it. It's not bad. Everybody talks about how great Batista is in it. I have to keep reminding them that he wrote the movie, the part, for Batista specifically. So it's going to be pretty easy for him to be good in it. The Ruins, is that the one with those vines up on top of the pyramid? I really liked that movie. I thought it was pretty good. The main guy, and it was within the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with Jessica Biel. He was good in it. What I'm saying is, you can't exaggerate that he was good, as far as that the movie was specifically written for him in mind. So he didn't really have to do his, the acting was already set for him. The Visit, yeah, I like The Visit. I think that's pretty underrated. That had one of the better twists in it, and it was just really uncomfortable, was a good way to put it. He's still playing a teacher, so it was cool that he was. Yeah, I agree with that, but him being a teacher didn't really do anything in the movie other than, hey, I'm a teacher. You never saw him in that role. Yeah, that one. You talking about The Visit? I like a lot of M. Night Shyamalan movies. I think my favorite might be Signs. I think that's one of Mel Gibson's best roles. My head feels like it's getting ready to like catch on fire from that moonshine. I had 5 commercials. Jesus Christ. What time is it? 10:50. The Visit was crazy. Those old people in The Visit remind me of the old people from X, Chi West X. What do you think of that? So they're dragging the girls into the woods. They got them tied up. Have they already done the original attack? What horror from the 70s, 80s would you like to see remade? I don't know. What's the horror movie that's got the same guy from the original shit. Last House on the Left. The guy that's in the Last House on the Left. It's another horror movie that he's in. Is it House at the End of the Street? If so, that one. I'd like to see that one remade. I thought that was a good concept, but basically it just was ripping off shit from the other movies. My favorite is The Village. Really? A lot of people hate The Village. I went to see The Village with my wife in the theater, and I figured out what the twist was going to be like 3/4 of the way through, and I told her, and she was like, basically telling me I need to shut up in the movie and quit telling her what's going to happen. I can't remember. Does he actually make him rape her, attack her? Yeah, Scanners maybe. Did they remake Shivers? The other Cronenberg movie, did they remake that? I didn't mind that remake of Rabbit at all. I thought that one was pretty good. I'm trying to think what's something else from the 70s. I was just checking the movie real quick, see what part they want. This is when he stabs Paige. Maybe, I don't know. Original is such a cheesy classic, and I think they tried with the TV series, so you're gonna probably it's not gonna look much different than what you saw in the TV series, which I thought was decent. So I don't know about that one. Which remake? They did 2 different ones. I'll say the last one was, so I don't like saying anything's woke, but if anything in the world is woke, it's that piece of shit. The one before that had Buffy the Vampire Slayer's sister in it, was okay. It wasn't half bad. Black Dynamite. Jesus. How about Black Belt Jones? He's as bad as mean as blackest mother ever hit the big screen. Which attack scene do you think's more violent? This one or the one in the original? Give me a second. I'm looking up something. Recently, I saw Rosemary Baby for the first time. Couldn't take my eyes off it. Loved it. You know, I was one of those ones I didn't like, obviously, when I was a kid. Not kid, but teenager, young adult. Yeah, and I've seen it a couple times. I bought it. I brought the Criterion Blu-ray. I've seen it a couple times over the last few years, and it is pretty good. Do I think Valentine was underrated? I don't know. I started to say yes, and then I watched it here recently. I was thinking about reviewing it on the channel. You know, back during February, I reviewed that Lover's Lane. I actually watched Valentine and was going to review that, and then I decided not to because I was thinking I was getting ready to go into it talking about how underrated it was, and it ended up not being as. It's good, but it's very predictable, and I don't whether you guys like me saying this or not. I don't like Denise Richards at all. She's not a good actress. She's just a pair of tits that people latched onto. Yeah, the attack scene in the original is probably more graphic. Kind of like Last House on the Left. I mean, shit. I Spit on Your Grave. I wasn't paying attention. It's probably good. I didn't watch what was going on this one. Does the attack in this one happen much further along in the movie? I think there's a lot more backstory and stuff given in this one than the original. I think the original was about an hour and a half. This movie's about an hour and 50 minutes, so it's probably got a lot more exposition around it. Scott, you've been out. You've been watching a lot of movies. What's some that you've watched recently? During that whole thing, it's almost like you forget that that a female was there with them. You could probably count on your hand how many movies he bought in the last couple of years that are micro budget movies. What do you guys think of that When a Stranger Calls, the remake of that? It's technically more of what the plot of the original should have been, but wasn't. Like they made the Amityville Horror, and I didn't think that was terrible. I don't know, man. I really think Christine is pretty damn good. Yeah, and they could reboot Creep Show. It wouldn't be hard to do. I'm one of probably the minority that think Creep Show 2 is better than Creep Show. You rewatched the Pennywise doc today. That's pretty good. I like that. I bought that Blu-ray. I was surprised that Blu-ray showed up in Best Buy. So here's where she's getting away. She's running through the woods. Thinks she's going to be safe. They added that whole thing about her being a swimmer because I guess they thought maybe that you would think she could get away here. Of course, I remember HBO's Tales from the Crypt. I used to watch it every week. I love HBO Tales from the Crypt. I like The Hitchhiker too. Which movie are we talking about now? Oh, that. It was an Indiegogo. I would have been bummed if they had dropped the money thing and it was an exclusive. Yeah, that's true. A lot of YouTube movies I have here, the remake was good. The original was great. For the first 20 minutes, and got boring when a stranger. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the remake of When a Stranger Calls actually takes the concept and uses it for the whole movie. That was a good gunshot effect right there when he hit her in the back of the shoulder. It looked pretty realistic. Yeah, I love Tales from the Crypt. It's got some classic episodes, man. Cody says, I'm hoping the Welcome to Derry series is going to be good. Is there going to be somebody different playing Pennywise? I haven't read anything about it. If Gator's still here, did you get any of those Burt Reynolds movies that just recently came out? I think they did release a couple of them here last couple of weeks. I mean, damn, they pretty much remade almost everything you could remake. I Spit on Your Grave, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Wicker Man, Amityville Horror, Last House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes, Exorcist, The Legend of Hell House, not so much, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. What happened? What's going on with that Salem's Lot remake that they were doing? The Carrie remake is not bad. Trilogy of Terror, Rabid. The one movie they better not ever fucking try to remake is Jaws. We don't want to see that at all. Gator needs his gag. Hey, Dougie. Oh, Dougie pop up. What's up, Doug? Let me pause it real quick. I'll tell you where we're at. I'm at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 37 seconds of the movie. We got 48 minutes and 4 seconds left. If you want to jump on there, we're watching Last House from the Left. The Crazies. Did you guys like that remake of Crazies? Yeah, you and me both, brother. The Longest Yard, I would have not even guessed. I should have pre-ordered it. There's no way I would have thought that anybody would have that damn thing would have sold out. I love The Longest Yard. You know, it says it's back in stock on the Kino website, The Longest Yard is. So, hey, I mean, if you want to get it, it'd probably take a little longer to get it because they're shipping. But yeah, that kind of sucked that it was back ordered on Amazon. He said, hey, Dougie, you said hated it. I'm at 105. Well, I paused it when Doug walked in. Oh, you're at 105? Shit. Why didn't you tell me? I'm still at 102. I'm not rewinding it. It doesn't matter. Gators bitches better be packing jimmies. You're funny. I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. Hey, Dougie Fresh. Hope you're well, buddy. Did you did you enjoy your American Idol? Was any good? Anything good happen on it? Some of those Kino titles, I feel they don't release many of them because they don't know what the popularity is going to be on them. And this is where they show up to their house. So I'm probably behind. You as well. My American Idol. So the one you wanted to win won. Good miniseries on HBO Max, Love and Death. I haven't watched it yet. If you think it's good, I might have to check it out. Thanks for the F snack. Signed Dirty Mike and the boys. Why did they take our shoes? When you click on The Longest Yard on Amazon, you can somebody was selling the laser disc on there. Gator, did you ever get into laser discs back in the day? I did own some of them. When was your last what? Desk pop. September 8th. What is that referencing? First season of True Detective is one of my. Yeah, I love the first season. I could care less for anything after that. Isn't Jodie Foster in the new one? I don't think I'm gonna be into that. Let me look up the name of is that movie Last House. No, it isn't House at the End of the Street. That's the wrong one. That guy's named David Hess. House at the Edge of the Park. Is that the name of it? House at the Edge of the Park. That's one of the ones they should remake. Yeah, that's the one that's got the cool cover I always remembered. The one I can't find the fucking cover I was thinking about. This one. This is not the American release, but it's got that cool cover there. Remember that? Like that's kind of cool. You thinking what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes. You had a full Laserdisc collection. I didn't have a full one, but I had a pretty decent one. I kept a handful of titles when I sold over the years. Still got the uncut Scream. I got my silver or whatever, that big gigantic Jaws collection that came with the soundtrack, the book. The one of the first releases that had that 2-hour doc on it. I still got that. I think I got my Criterion Halloween Laserdisc because they had the commentary from Jamie Lee and John Carpenter, but that obviously has been ported over to stuff. Woke Detective coming soon. Yeah. Funny story is I went through a drive-through and donated to CMN. I got to sign the balloon and I put Dirty Mike in the boys' true story. That's funny. You don't remember seeing this? What, the new Last House on the Left? It's pretty good. It's not as cheesy as the original, other than there's parts of the original that are like the attack scene is pretty gritty. Yeah, I know. I saw superstar Billy Graham die. That's pathetic. Man, he's all these old guys, they're dropping. It just means that we're getting older. Was he 79? Rest in peace, superstar. Night Sheila. You got 7 dang commercials. How did you get a hot wife? Who? Ask Craig Zoller as a director to watch his 3 films are killer. What's his 3 films? Don't go chasing waterfalls. You're funny. Speaking of that, is there going to be a sequel to We're the Millers? I heard there was. I'm in the wrong app. I'm looking up his movies. I looked them up on Amazon. Now I've got commercials. How many have I got? I can't see. I only got one. I only had one commercial. Ask Craig. Oh, Bone Tomahawk. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, his movies are good. Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn. That's fucking good. Dragged Across Concrete, Mel Gibson, Vince Vaughn, and then Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell. I love fucking Kurt Russell. He wanted to know why you were quoting TLC. I don't understand the reference. Is the guy on Where the Millers on Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I saw more like, yes, the guy that plays the boy who gets spider bit on the ball sack is Adam Warlock. He's also in Midsommar. You guys like Midsommar? They need to make Loaded Weapon 2. Yeah, that's one of those movies like, why doesn't Loaded Weapon 1 have a fucking Blu-ray release? Yeah, the end of Bone Tomahawk is pretty insane. I like that movie. A lot of people don't like that. It was weird. The guy from Breaking Bad wants to know if they got anything stronger. What was with hey Cody, I saw where you can get that Winnie the Pooh movie straight from Umbrella. I saw that they had that movie Weird, the Weird Al Yankovic movie. Why did they get the exclusive to that? Midsommar or Midsummer, but I call it, the pretentious few that like it like me call it Midsommar. That movie's fucking awesome. I love it. I went to the theater to see the director's cut. Wait a minute, my Dolly shirt's all messed up. I will say the bad guys in The Last House on the Left, the original, are much more gritty and hard edge than these guys. These guys don't seem too hard edge. People already got their Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Yeah, Cody and I got our tracking. It finally shipped. Ours comes tomorrow. Yeah, most of those deluxe editions, like the Winnie the Pooh, sold out. That's where I got that box of Bird at. The Gator found me. Yeah, remember, that's what I was talking about when I did the unboxing. If you haven't seen that unboxing on my channel, watch that. Yeah, I got the box of Burt straight from Umbrella because I wanted the big box set with all the extras. The only thing, if you watch my video with that, the unboxing, the only thing I can say is they don't give you a box that everything will fit in. It's kind of shitty that everything other than the discs are in the box, nothing else will fit in it. The posters are too big. The bumper sticker's too big. Everything, you can't fit anything in the actual box. Popcorn underrated. You talking about the movie Popcorn? It's not bad. I didn't like that movie when it first come out, but I did like it afterward, a little bit later when I rewatched it. If that's what you're talking about, I wish I would have gotten Blood and Honey. Me too, but if I'd known it was going to take this long, I might as well. That's another reason I didn't really order a lot of those box sets. It took so long to get that box of Burt that that I didn't want to order anything else from them because it's coming straight from Australia. But looking at the prices that stuff sells for, I wish I'd have got that Terrifier set. I do like the dynamic in this movie, The Last House, of the father and the son better than the guy. And I don't know if it was his son or his brother in the original, but that doofus that was on drugs. That dynamic between them just got on my damn nerves most of that movie. But yeah, maybe I'll watch Winnie the Pooh this week. Maybe I'll review it on the channel. So in the movie, the boy just realized, obviously, by seeing the photo on the fridge, that it was their daughter that they attacked. Hey, we could have ordered Cody, we could have ordered Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, an all region DVD off of eBay for $15 coming from Sri Lanka. I wonder how long it would have taken to get that shit in the mail. What is this? Some Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey lava foil comic. Did they release a comic at the Heroes Convention? Thing selling for like $200. What the hell? Hey Cody, what's the most you've ever paid for a like after the fact or at the time like a special edition movie um or anything like that as far as a big box set or anything? It's Alive might be a good remake. Yeah, because the special effects kind of cheesy in that. How about Basket Case? Would that make a good? Would it, a remake of Basket Case or Blood Sucking Freaks? How about Blood Sucking Freaks? They renewed, yeah, The Burning. That's another one. They kind of did though, Friday 13th. But either way, I'm just kidding. Didn't The Burning come out before that? Yeah, I try not to as well. Found a rare Blu-ray I've been searching for, the Wildlife unofficial sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, I've got the Wildlife. I got that on Blu-ray. I actually got it back in the day on like the was it Warner or whatever they did the manufactured on demand DVDs because it was only on VHS. But yeah, the Wildlife's pretty good. That's got Sean Penn's brother in it, Chris Penn, the one who was in Reservoir Dogs. That's a pretty underrated movie. I like that. That Terratunes 2 I got is selling for over 100 on eBay. I bought it direct from the director for less than 30. You should sell it. Sell it. Sell it. What part are we at? I'm trying to figure out where we are in the movie. Oh, they're here in the rocking chair, I think, of her banging on the house. I'm not gonna spoil it here. Or maybe I will. Shit, it's only like six of you here. There's a movie that I was thinking about talking about on the channel, making a video of that is I thought it was better than it really was. I rewatched it recently. You've seen it in the backdrop of a lot of my videos. I got it on Laserdisc because it never came out on a DVD or Blu-ray. Have you ever seen a movie called It Came from Hollywood? I found a copy of Night of the Twisters on DVD, sold it on eBay for $50. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, back in the day when I bought all those movies on Hollywood Video, I sold like 2 or 3 movies for $50 each and paid for everything. Empire of the Ants is fun watching Suzanne Summers get killed in the open. Yeah, is that the cover that's got like the big tits on the front with the ants all over it? Have you watched the Iron Sheik doc? I think so. I think I got that on DVD. Is that the one where his face is like zoomed in on the front? If you follow Iron Sheik on social media, like about once every 3 or 4 weeks, he'll just randomly come up with "fuck you, Hulk Hogan." I sold a Ninja Turtles DVD I got for $5 from Big Lots for over 500. What the fuck was it? It was $500. What is that? I need that. Chic is nonstop entertainment. Who do you think was the best four horsemen? Well, I mean, it had to be Ric Flair. Other than Ric Flair? Probably Ole Anderson, man. What did you sell? It was $500. I need to see if I got that. Jesus Christ. Lex Luger. I see that before I even click on it. Lex Luger? Really? He's underrated, dude. It ain't no way he's the best four horseman. Chris Benoit. Does this girl die in this movie? I don't remember. I know they have to drain the blood out of her lung. Tully Blanchard's pretty damn good too, yeah. Tully, not Telly. Telly Savalas Blanchard. Hey Gator, if you're still on here, oh I see. Did I see Grindhouse in the theater? Super fun movie, not meant to watch home. Yeah, I saw it in the theater, and with the intermission and everything. I think my wife did not appreciate the length of the movie. At least it was 2.5 hour and a half movies, but I love the trailers, the whole experience. Like you said, much better watching it in the theater. When we first got married, one of the first movies we saw at theaters was Pulp Fiction, and my wife won't watch that with me anymore. Best part about Grindhouse was the Nicolas Cage trailer, Werewolf Women. Well, I also liked the trailer for Don't, and I also like the trailer for Thanksgiving, because they're actually, Eli Roth is actually making Thanksgiving, the movie, so that should be pretty good. Ooh. That's kind of violence. It bothers me, like the shit that's like real. Best Nick Cage movie, mine is Con Air. I don't know, man. Con Air's good. Nicolas Cage. I don't know, man. I like everything he did at the beginning. I even like Trapped in Paradise. But I do like Con Air. I like what's the other one that came out around the same time? The Rock. Even though he's not the main star of that. I like that. Bad Lieutenant or Vampire's Kiss. Those are good too. I do like Vampire's Kiss. I don't know. I would used to, if somebody asked me, that I would say that he's one of my favorite all-time actors, but I will say this. He might have to be, because there isn't a lot of movies that if you put in that aren't at least enjoyable, like that he makes enjoyable. Most every one of his movies is got something about it that's at least good, and most of the time it's him. They need to remake Horror High. Nick Cage, I say 8mm is one, but Raising Arizona, yeah, I like Raising Arizona. 8mm is good. Why did that movie get a sequel? That's what I'm saying. Most Nick Cage movies are pretty good. Even the shitty ones, like Knowing, is pretty good. Just because he's in it. He makes the movie good. It's like he could take a really shitty script and make it decent just because he's in it. Wicker Man. There for a while, the DVD of Wicker Man was pretty rare, but now I think you can find it anywhere. It took me a while to get it on Blu-ray. I didn't buy it when it first came out. 8mm did. Yeah, it had a sequel, but he wasn't in. Why did they get a sequel? Same thing about the Net. Why did they get a sequel? Such a shame Tim Burton Superman didn't happen. Yeah, I know. There was a rumor. Has anybody confirmed it? There was a rumor that there's going to be a scene in the Flash movie that's going to include maybe a glimpse of him as he's traveling through time, the Nicolas Cage version of it, of Superman. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I think it's gonna be one of those where he's like going through like a time tunnel and you're gonna end up seeing flashes of different versions of the characters, and maybe it'll actually show for a second. Tell me you want me to punish them. Great line. I'm really fucking looking forward to that Flash movie. I think people are gonna see it. People my age are gonna like it so much because of Keaton in it, and they're gonna regret not doing that Batman Beyond movie. Yeah, that is a really good documentary. I've watched it. It's pretty good. I think I've even got I downloaded it too, so I'd have it. I don't think they ever got a physical media release, did it? I need some more moonshine. Dude, I got 6 commercials. What kind of crap is this? Yeah, me too. I got 6 commercials. Did you go see Fast X, Dougie? I'm on the fence with that one. I didn't have time to do it. I got a lot of family stuff this past weekend, so I didn't get to go see it. Keaton is the best Batman. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him in Batman as Batman again. We got you on video. Adam West. Get the fuck out of here. What if he shows up? What if they blur by Adam, go by Adam West? So I was reading that the studio head saw Fast X and asked Vin Diesel if he could make, instead of making it a 2-part finale, could he make it a trilogy? You knew they were going to try to drag that shit out. I still need to see the other ones. I think I made it up to 3, but don't remember them. Well, 3 was Tokyo Drift, which at the time was hot garbage, and then they tried to make it cool again, make you want to go back and watch it because you realize they did a time jump, and the Tokyo Drift really happened at a different time in the story. They got a bunch of returns happening in this one as far as after credit shit. Yeah, somebody was telling me about that I should watch it. Joker Rising. Let me look it up so it'll be in my history. Full-length fan film DC Joker Origin. That thing's got 6 million views. I'm lucky to get 600 views. Just kidding. Yeah, that whole family shit got on my nerves, but I like John Cena. I like Jason Statham. I think up to 5. I liked them up until 5, and then starting to get a little bit more ridiculous to the point where they're not as enjoyable. That's true. Yeah, you got to literally go into them just with, I want to just have like some mind numbing action, and I don't give a shit about anything. It's not like you really care about filmmaking at that point. Can't bring myself to watch them. I love Statham. I'm hoping maybe he'll have a bigger part in the next one. seen it, so I don't know how big a role he has in this current one. Yeah, I know. I want to see Meg too. You know, in the commercial for Meg 2, it looks like some people might actually get eaten. That was my main problem with Meg. You had that whole water park or whatever the hell it was getting attacked at the end, and they didn't even have the balls to kill off the dog in it. What the hell, man? You got the biggest shark on the planet ever lived, and you'd be like afraid to kill people with it. I'm pushing for you hard. I hope you get a lot more people. I watched the first 4 than I was done. Well, that's 2 thoughts there. I know you. I'm just letting this organically happen. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I fucking like chit chatting with you guys. It's gonna be really hard if I get. I mean, I have trouble keeping up with the comments I have on these streams now. I'd rather see Guardians again. Oops. Yeah. Shit. I keep clicking the wrong button. He stopped it with his foot. Yeah, Guardians 3, if you saw my review, I really liked it. It was a lot better than the second one. I will say, just like I said with we were talking about that Fast movies, as far as and any of these other movies, like I was talking about Scream and all them, like it's like they're afraid to go all in. And just so we were talking about Meg, like they want to kill people, like they don't want to do anything to any of the main characters in these movies. It's like they got plot armor all around them. So you gotta at least make the audience think that one of the main characters could possibly die. So you did that with Guardians of the Galaxy, and then they fucking wussed out like multiple times. Ever see that movie with the people going up a ski lift, getting stuck in the whole movie? Yeah, Frozen. That movie's pretty damn good. I like it. That's one of those like cringy movies where you like that shit could happen. Yeah, I remember buying that on Blu-ray. It came out. Anchor Bay released that. I'm pretty sure it's called Frozen. That's the Frozen that I want to see. Yeah, Frozen is the name of it. 2010. Shawn Ashmore, Emma Bell is the girl that's in it. She was in something else I saw. What the fuck? What else was that? She was in one of the Final Destination movies. And what happened to that? I thought they were making another Final Destination movies. Anybody heard about that? If everybody was like Scott and pushed hard for my channel to grow, it would be great. And I'm just kidding. Guardians 3 was awesome. Yeah, I agree with that. Like I said, I was really looking forward to the second one. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of hit me out of the blue. The first one, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. And then the second one was kind of a letdown. And this one kind of redeemed itself for me. Like, come on, stop the shark with his hand. Well, I don't know in the trailer if that's really what happens. You kind of just, I think the shark was going to stop because of the momentum ended. I like simple films like Frozen and Open Water. Yeah, my wife and I went to see Open Water at the fucking Myrtle Beach when we went there one year. My wife was like, why in the world did I talk you and let me see this movie while we were at the beach? Yeah, it's kind of like old school. Like, I got an idea for a video that I want to do that's going to be about Jaws. I'm not going to tell you what it is now, but I think I'm going to do it. And then that's a kind of a movie like that. It's like a simple concept that is built around a lot of it's if you watch Jaws now, I don't think it would interest as many people because it's got a lot of dialogue, a lot of monologues, a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, Chris Pratt is always pretty entertaining. He's kind of like a poor man's Bill Murray. Your meds are kicking in. Time for bed. See you guys next week. I'll start the script this week. I'll get a new laptop. Love you guys. Good night. Appreciate it, brother. You brought a lot to the chat tonight. Glad you feel better. Glad you were able to come back and chat with us. Look forward to seeing you next time. Yes, Cody said later. When Gator leaves, Cody, you could say later Gator. So Aaron Paul is here is trying to get him some MILF action going on. I think even though I picked this movie because it lasts 2 hours, and that way we could stretch it out a little bit. I really do think this movie would have been better if they had tightened up the script and had a little less exposition in it. Because it seems like it's taken a lot longer to get to this point than the original did. And the original had all that bullshit of those Keystone cops trying to get to the house back in the day. I think we can all agree we need more Dinosaur Hotel movies. We do. I didn't buy that other one. Did you buy it? If you did, you need to let me know how it was. Did you get that Indiegogo Blu-ray? Here's an underrated horror movie that I watched recently. I've seen it. It was on my list of Thanksgiving movies. I usually watch it. I watched it a couple times because I was flipping through and it was on something. Christy. You guys ever see that horror movie Christy? But that girl left alone on the college campus during Thanksgiving weekend. How many of them is it? There's Dinosaur Hotel, The Next Level. Is that it? Is there only two? Tell me you got those on Blu-ray. How is there a second one? For now. There's only two for now. Well, I don't even understand the concept. I didn't even look at it. So they're tag teaming, beating the shit out of Aaron Paul. I don't remember how they kill him. Did you like Pope's Exorcist? I haven't seen that yet. It was too much shit going on at the same time, so I figured I'd wait and watch that on. I think it's streaming now, either streaming or I'll buy the Blu-ray of it. But I do want to see it. I kind of like this new Russell Crowe. Did you guys see The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe in it? I thought that was pretty him and Ryan Gosling. I thought that was a pretty underrated movie. Oh, they're drowning him in the kitchen sink. I didn't remember if that's how they killed him, drowning him. Huh. I like Russell Crowe on South Park. Yeah, it's funny. You ever seen any 4K stream films? How would you compare to disc? Some of them are pretty close, but yeah, I've seen a lot of movies. If you watch my hunts, I buy a lot of movies, and I've watched them. Sometimes the compression, especially before my internet speed was bumped up. So I've got the new, like whatever Xfinity's got, I got the fastest you can get in my area. Before that, the compression, you could tell sometimes that the quality of the streaming was not as good. But I will give Netflix some credit, man. I've watched some of their stuff recently streaming in 4K, and it looks pretty damn good. But a lot of that's going to be your mileage will vary on the quality of your internet. But I do think there is even the stuff that's really good, the disc, if you get a good, a decent 4K player, you're going to see a little bit of improvement because it's not as compressed. Just finished watching the New Japan Resurgence pay-per-view tonight. What was the main event of that? What do you guys think about all that CM Punk nonsense? I think it's pretty damn ridiculous. They're going to try to cater to him and make a whole show where the roster is everybody that doesn't have a problem with CM Punk, and everybody that does is on the other show. That's pathetic. You guys gonna hate me when Cody and I watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey this week, and I give it a good review, because I'm not gonna be like some of the other YouTubers and want to compare that movie to a mainstream movie. The fucking thing cost $100,000 to make, so you can't compare that thing to a box office movie. It's just that nonsense. I buy a lot of movies off Apple TV. Great that they include extras. Sometimes you look at old movies you bought and they add extras later. You know, if you watch my rant videos, I've done some on streaming versus physical media. I'll give you an example of how streaming can fuck you over. So back on the day of release date, I bought streaming release date. I bought Midsommar, speaking of Midsommar, on Apple TV. The reason was it was the only place you could watch the extended director's cut at home, even though I'd seen it in the theaters. What it was is you would buy the theatrical and it would give you as an extra on Apple TV, it would give you the director's cut. So I paid like $20 for that when it first came out, because you couldn't get the director's cut on disc. Then later, A24 released the 4K little mini box set, whatever you want, media books, what it was called, of the 4K, and I bought it. I didn't pay attention to it. So I was talking about Midsommar with somebody last week, and I went to Apple TV because I was trying to be quick. And I went down to Midsommar, and the extra that's the director's cut is no longer available on Apple TV. They pulled it. So that's one instance where that's the only reason I bought it on there. And then they say in Lethal Weapon, that's like the worst way to see titties right there. Like somebody getting shot and getting killed and you see titties. Either way. So where was I? Oh, Midsommar rant. So yeah, so I paid all that money to get it on streaming, and now Apple TV doesn't even have the director's cut anymore. So the only way I can watch a director's cut is on my physical media. So yeah, fuck you, Apple TV. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale for the vacant strong women's title. They won their tourney semifinal earlier the night. Blah, blah, blah. Mercedes Moné. Well, I don't think so, because I think Banks only signed a short-term extension, so she's probably not going to stay long enough then to be putting belts on her much. All right, so he shot the girl. Is she dead? I can't remember. He's still alive. Cody, you never said, do you own Dinosaur Hotels? The two movies? I got another ad starting. Now. How many is it? 3. So if any of you watch this later, I forgot we were talking where Gator was talking about. I bought that box of Burt, which is a Burt Reynolds set. I got it on the channel. He did his documentaries that are on YouTube. They use those as special features on each of the discs. So kudos to him, man, because I'd already watched those documentaries and didn't even know they were going to be extras on the box set when I bought it. You have the first one. Isn't the second one you got on Blu-ray or DVD? Isn't the second one? Didn't I find that in a movie hunt? I didn't buy it, but wasn't it like $10? See, mine, the extras from Midsommar have the director's cut film is in 4K. I went and I couldn't find it on there, and I sent an email to them, and they said it wasn't available. I wonder if it's back on there. That was like a couple weeks ago, month ago. The extras from see, I need to go back and look on it again because it wasn't on there. I wonder if it was just like an accident where it got dropped off for some reason when I looked. Now, and it was supposed to be on there, so maybe I was busting their chops for nothing. It's listed. Is that what you meant? I'll check it and see. Maybe it's back on there. Maybe it dropped off of there for some reason for a short period of time. Did you look through the Apple TV app? Or how did you check it? We'll look when this movie's over. I wonder if it shows up on your iPhone. I was looking through the Apple TV app when I was looking for it. When I was thinking this, I was thinking no, she was in the remake of Carrie. Oh, see, it might be on my phone. It used to be where you would go under Apple TV and you could see it under Apple TV. It's not available on Apple TV anymore. Let me look on my phone, which would suck because I guess then I could mirror it to my TV if I wanted to watch it. But I bought the disc, so it doesn't matter. But it's not on Apple TV anymore as of 2 weeks ago, unless it's on there now. I didn't think to check. That's a good point. I didn't think to check on my phone. What do you think of Midsommar? Yeah, it's on my phone when I go into the iTunes store. But when I first got Apple TV, I could go under there and the extra was listed down there under the extras. Now when I go to Apple TV, the only extras listed is the trailers or that are also on there. But the actual extra of and I don't why don't want to watch it on my phone. That's dookie. I was confused by it, but need to watch the director's cut. The director's cut doesn't change a lot, doesn't change the ending at all. It does flesh out some of the gaslighting a little bit more that Christian does to Danny. You'll probably think he's a bigger asshole than he actually was. Somebody was asking me what I thought about Christian. And I said, to me, he was just as much of a victim as Danny was because they manipulated both of them. He didn't want to fuck that girl. He got drugged and made to do it. And then so they used both of them. And then he ultimately fell victim to the way they used him. It's like he's the one that got, burned alive at the end, but it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his doing. So to me, he was almost more of a victim than Danny was during that whole thing. He didn't deserve what he got in that, I don't think. It's overrated. I mean, I don't think a lot of people like Midsommar. I think a lot of people hate it. No, it's not better than Hereditary to me. I think Hereditary is pretty damn epic, man. That movie's got a lot of layers to it. Anything listed for purchase in the Apple Store should show up on Apple TV. The Apple TV app can be confusing. I went to it. I mean, I'll look again. I sent an email to them, and I don't remember what exactly they responded to, but they didn't give me any instructions on how to find it. The guy basically was like, if it's not listed there, it's not going to be available on Apple TV. It's no big deal. I don't care now. I got the disc. This damn fight scene at the end drags out way longer in this movie than it did in the original. I'll put a poll up for next week. We'll look for remakes on there. Like I'll put like The Evil Dead, I Spit on Your Grave, and we'll find some other ones. And we were talking about remakes. I'll put 3 on there and we'll have people vote and we can see what we can watch. You're already done? How fucking far behind am I? What's going on? How are you already done? I got 17 minutes left. Man, I got sleepy. That moonshine kicked in. Woo. Hey, Doug, you like drinking moonshine? Hey, Cody, I forgot. Did you know on Shutter tonight they were doing the Chainsaw Awards, and our buddy Steve Rudzinski won Best Amityville movie for Amityville Christmas Vacation. Probably we watched the whole movie, so we were probably got more commercials. Most to be wine cooler. Yeah, I was drinking some watermelon moonshine my son bought me today. The rumor is Roman Reigns won't be defending his titles again until SummerSlam. That he's going to fight possibly the Usos at the next pay-per-view. That's hot garbage. Amityville Christmas Vacation. Yep, I was actually surprised he won. Well, I mean, what other Amityville movies would there been? Dustin Ferguson, did he release any Amityville movies this year? Didn't think Amityville Karen was going to win the Chainsaw Awards. Yeah, Amityville Karen is pretty much hot garbage, dude. I tried to watch it, man. About halfway through it, I was like, whoo. Yeah, I heard that too. That'd be cool. I don't think House of Jack built was better than Hereditary, but I think it's probably better than Midsommar. It's a little pretentious, but the director's cut is pretty rough, man. Watching that woman get her breast sliced off, woo. What's Amityville Thanksgiving? Who made that? Man, they just stick Amityville in anything, won't they? I remember these ads coming out of magazines right here. Look, Warner wraps up the hits is when Batman 89 came out. Lost Boys, Witches of Eastwick, Full Metal Jacket, Inner Space, Beetlejuice, Empire of the Sun. Then they down at the below they list Caddyshack, Superman, Blazing Saddles, Above the Law, Bloodsport, Lethal Weapon, Nuts, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Heartbreak Ridge. That was when like the first time videotapes went down in price and you could start affording to buy them. I don't know. Where is it at? Under Gators says I'm already done. With what? I mean, you done with the movie? Is that what you're talking about? Or which comment are you talking about? This? That's where the viewing and upbringing are different and hard for you and me, so we see differently. Probably. That's why I say like movie reviews are so um subjective because like you could have somebody that's my age. I think somebody my age though is pretty open minded about movies though. But you got a lot of people that are my age, 50 years old that are pretty closed minded and have already made up their mind what kind of movies they like. Um that's why I think I like fan films and um B indie movies because I mean I can see the value in the movie and what it would take to make it and how they can get so much out of so little as far as the budget. That's kind of like back in the day, like Gator McCluskey. He covers all those Burt Reynolds movies. I liked all those Burt Reynolds movies from the 80s. I love Stroker Ace. I love um, Cannonball Run. Yeah, Cannonball Run 2, not so much, but it's still fun. I mean, a lot of people don't like those damn movies because um, they think they gotta have some big gigantic Hollywood production that's got to be award Oscar worthy every year. I mean, I like to have fun in movies. What the fuck? Hitting him with the fire extinguisher. It's like a WWE match going on, man. Oh, I remember what they do with this dude now when I was watching the trailer that I cut up and put in front of this. I was going to try to be funny and put some clips of Siskel and Ebert reviewing Last House on the Left, the original, and they didn't do it. I guess they didn't review it back in the day. The only thing they did close to it was they talked about it during one like an AI show about 80s horror. What was in the 80s, and then the audio on the YouTube video was so bad I couldn't use it. Yeah, I know. That's where we were talking about some of those B movies that Cody and I have liked. I don't think you probably like those, but Cody is obviously way deeper than I am into the indie/B movies, but there is a lot of them that I like. So they've got the Camp Blood movies on some of them on here on Tubi, but they don't have the first one. Cody, you really think it would matter if we kind of started in the middle, like if we watched a Camp Blood movie on here? I don't consider that a B movie. I mean, he actually had a big Hollywood budget for that. That's just more of a it's not as much of a mainstream movie, but I guess you could call it that. But he had a huge budget, man. They trusted him with that movie. As far as him, a huge budget. And so she lives in this one. Doesn't the girl die in the original? See, they wimped out. He like isn't I thought Silent Rage was on Blu-ray. Did Mill Creek put out a Blu-ray of Silent Rage? What was the one they put out of Chuck Norris? Yeah, there is a Blu-ray of Silent Rage. It's one of those retro VHS ones, and then it's also available because I own it twice. I own it in this pack too. Open up. It's a movie that's got Blind Fever, Blind Fury, Silent Rage, and White Line Fever with Jan Michael Vincent. So there's a 3-pack, so you can get it 2 ways. Did you participate in the Shout Factory sale? No, I looked. Almost everything that they had I already owned, or there really wasn't anything that I wanted. When I go for sales, I go for like those ones that Cody and I participated in where they had dollar movies, or just having a couple bucks off of some of them. I already owned all the good ones, so. You get ready to put this dude's head up in the microwave. Would this really work? Could you microwave somebody's head? Yeah, no problem. I would get the if you can get the single one, the single disc with the retro cover, I'd get that because from what I remember, the 3-pack they compress all 3 on the one disc, and that was why I rebought it because I remember it wasn't terrible. I mean, for an 80s movie, it looked good on the 3-pack, but better than it ever would ever did, on VHS or whatever. But I would buy it on that retro cover one. The reason I said that is I'm 99% sure I got that right on the shelf across from me. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. Yep. You probably can't read that, but right there on the spines, they got VHS spines right in the middle. Right between Shadowlands and Songwriter, I got Silent Rage. So yeah. So this one's going off. Is there an after credit scene in this movie? I don't remember. Yeah, Burt Reynolds was awesome. Yeah, go to YouTube and watch Gator's videos. He covers everything Burt Reynolds. I already knew a lot of the stuff, but he makes it fun. I was all into those movies in the 80s, Cannonball Run, and like I said, the ones in that set. I still need to go back and watch A Man Who Loved Women. I haven't watched that in a while, but I was really big. My dad was into Burt Reynolds, so we loved The Longest Yard, Deliverance, Gator, White Lightning, all those movies when he came out. What about the Octagon and Force of One? I think Force of One came out. And I think it sold out when I was going to buy it. And I never went back and got it. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Force of One came out. That's a Kino title. It was one of those ones that sold out, but now it's back in stock. I probably need to order that myself. Yeah, so that one is out. And I think I saw the Octagon too. I don't have that one. The Silent Rage is one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies. I wasn't a huge Chuck Norris fan back in the days. So don't hate me. But I liked Octagon. I need to get that. It's got Lee Van Cleef in it. So yeah, Kino released both of those. They're both in stock at Amazon. Yep, because I can get them 2-day shipping. They should have released a box set with all those in there. Force of One, man, I haven't watched that in a long time. I've seen the Octagon plenty of times. Deliverance has been out on Blu-ray, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I like Deliverance. So what I'll do is I'll put up a poll. I'll do it tomorrow this time. Like I said, I really was gonna watch that Snow Babes and didn't. I got disappointed in it, but I'll put remakes and I'll look up the ones that are available on. We'll put 3 choices. Evil Dead will be one of them. I Spit on Your Grave, I think, is on here, and then I'll find another one, and you guys can vote on. Not that we watched a lot of it, but it is nice if nobody shows up. Like you guys, I mean, we had quite a bit of you guys show up this week. So if I have another week where somebody doesn't show up, it's at least nice to have a movie. I know we don't really watch it, but that's cool. But I think I'm going to go here in a minute. I gotta release some of this liquid that I've been drinking. I never put my shit on there. Look, see, I'm not a shill for myself. I never put my banners on there. Nobody ever donates anyway. But I'll put it on there for the close of the video in case anybody watches this. This was the last House on the Left 2009 watch along on Tubi. Anybody watching now or later, always like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that normal YouTube stuff. And during videos, you can send super chats, but hey, after the fact, you can send super thanks if anybody wants to donate to the channel. Other than that, all my information's at the bottom, and they're showing Fear, the Mark Wahlberg classic. That's another one. I think that Fear came out on one of those Mill Creek Blu-ray releases. I contacted Mill Creek and asked them could they consider me for review copies of their movies, and they said that their list was closed for right now. Bastards. I got Halloween Resurrection set for $64. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good deal. I think I got it back in the day for like $88. Platoon, I heard a transfer of that was hot garbage as far as the 4K, so I didn't get that. Funhouse I do have. Return of the Living Dead is good. I haven't bought Creepshow yet. I got to decide what version I'm going to get, and I'm not buying the Child's Play movies, the rest of them on 4K. Unless they get steelbooks at Best Buy, then I might. But I'm not buying the regular releases. I just don't like. After the third Child's Play, I'm just not a super big fan of those movies. You look at Doug spending the cash, man. He's worse than me. Good night, brother Jeff, man. No, good night to you, brother Gator McCluskey. I appreciate you coming by. You always drop the knowledge on 80s movies or whatever. You're much appreciated. I love it when you stop by. Silent Rage is cool. The guy on the movie was unstoppable. They should have made part 2. Yeah, Silent Rage is more like a semi-horror movie with I'll ask you this before we go. Speaking of remakes, do you guys like Manhunter, the original? You know, the one that started Silence of the Lambs, the story, or do you like the remake? So do you like the one with the dude from William, is his name Peterson? Do you like him, or do you like the one that's got Edward Norton in it? Which one do you guys like? So I saved like $15. That's pretty cool. Look at you dropping the cash. Oh well, I'm not watching this movie for not ordering on the site. So, all right, I think I'm heading out of here. The one with Peterson, yeah, I like that one too. That is a really good movie. Is that available in here? I have to look, because that might be a good one for a watch along one week. There are so many movies we can watch. That's a good thing about it. Like I said, it gives us something to start to chat with. So, if anybody goes to see Fast X this week, drop me a line. Do like Gator, hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram and Twitter look too sweet. They're easy to remember. It's JEFFMAN316. I've been JEFFMAN316 everything for 30, 40 years. However long the internet's been on. Order love at first bite, and once bitten, I've got that. That's in that dual set, right? I've got that. I bought that when it came out. CSI, yeah, the original. So do I. I really like that movie. The only thing I will say is I like the ending of the new. It wasn't called Manhunter, was it? The new one, was it called Hannibal? Or was that Manhunter? Either way, Manhunter. The original, once they get to the killer, I like the ending of that one, I think, better than the ending of the original, but everything else about the original I like better. Yeah, good night, Jeff. Have a great night, everybody. Yeah, appreciate all you guys coming by. Like I said, anybody that comes in now or watches this later, drop a like on the video, share any of my content, get the word started, tell everybody to come back and talk to us next week as we continue to Let's Talk Movies. Like I said, watch for a poll tomorrow, and you guys can vote all the way up to probably Friday on what movie we'll watch while we chat. It doesn't really matter because we'll always come back here and chat. I appreciate you coming back on here, Doug, after watching your show. So it's always appreciated you stopping by. Appreciate Gator coming by. I love when Rick comes by, DG. You guys are a good core group of guys. I love you all. When we get some more people on this channel, they're all going to come back and they're going to love chatting with you guys just as much as I do. So I just really enjoy coming on here on Sunday nights or whenever we do Saturday nights chatting with you guys. It means a lot to me. So yeah, thumbs up to all you guys. I love you guys. So yeah, good night. Jeff will be pissing like a racehorse, pretty much. And I don't want to do that like on camera, so I guess I better get off here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get hide that, and I think that's all I need to do. So let me get over here on the brand so I can put my closing video. So I appreciate all you guys watching any new content I got coming out. I did my Evil Dead ranking that's on there now. I got a movie hunt that I got posted. I got a couple ideas of some other stuff I'm going to drop this week, including one video talking about some spoilers of The Flash that you can't even go in Walmart without seeing spoilers of that. So watch for that video, and anything else that I post, watch it, like it, share it. Appreciate you guys, and until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316, and as always, I'm your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen,